future.
He didn't just invent all these ideas. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Fear and Loathing Las Vegas reference that's a movie with Johnny Depp. Yeah, that guy who Johnny Depp was portraying in the film, quite a interesting character who was into some occultic crap. Once again, art imitates life. This video is not aging well at all, but let's finish watching it.
Conspiracies that the coronavirus is a cover-up for what is truly happening right now. Even over in England, they say that the Queen has been taking this to outstand and live a longer life, and it's said to give you eternal youth.
During coronavirus lockdown, QAnon assumed that many celebrities were looking less glam than usual because the pandemic was cutting off their supply of young blood, causing them adrenochrome withdrawal.
Do not let them normalize pedophilia.
Kill Bill Gates! Kill Bill Gates!
Are you Trump?
Yeah, I am.
Yes, I am. I think we're all QAnon zero, most of us. They take children and they sacrifice these children.
She's cute.
No, that's nice.
People in power want their subjects to fantasize about shadowy elites that don't exist. That way, they're not questioning the power structures that do.
Well, I don't know much about the movement other than I understand they like me very much, which I appreciate.
You are secretly saving the world from this satanic cult of pedophiles and cannibals.
Is that supposed to be a bad thing or a good thing? I mean, if I can help save the world from problems, I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to put myself out there, and we are actually.
Some leaders are so bad, so full of lies, their followers have had to believe in a legion of secret pedo-vampire societies in order to make their leader look like the goodie.
That was it? Like, wow.
Perfection.
My main comment with this is that she's spreading harmful conspiracy theories.
She is.
Herself.
I feel like I've been
How
attacked.
could you dare freaking tell us? You know that we're
My it feels like terrorism in my ears.
bad thoughts. You know, I don't get it. I refuse to believe that. Yeah, she's not. Yeah, this video didn't age well. No, not at all. She's spreading harmful conspiracy theories. So, yeah, YouTube. We expect YouTube boobs to flag her video. But you know what's the very weird fucking part about this video?
The whole thing?
She brought up George Soros. Guess who owns 44% of Vice? George Soros.
Maybe that's what we didn't do. We didn't bring him up.
Yeah, maybe
We should have brought him up. We should have had a big picture of
Well,
him.
we should have had him sponsor our video. I mean, like, he sponsored this video. How fucking dare you do a video like this? Bro, this just came to my mind because he owns 44% of Vice.
Oh, that's probably why this thing hasn't been... He probably signed off on it.
Look,
It was like,
just for
like
reference,
it.
guys, so you guys don't think I'm making up a conspiracy theory, I'm going to show it to Benda, and then I'm going to pop that up on the screen, just so you guys know, because I literally just looked at this earlier today. Look at that. Vice is owned 44% by WEF. You know what WEF stands for? World Economic Forum.
I see the need for a great reset.
Chairman Schwab, I'm from Japan. May I ask you for... I'm from Japan.
Yeah?
And may I ask you for a comment?
No,
we're on our way to the next thing. We're a bit late.
I can just walk with you and then ask
I think we're gonna rush actually. But thank you. Thanks very much.
Which media are you with?
I am an independent journalist from Japan.
No, thank you very much.
Yes.
I have to ask.
Thank you.
But I want to ask just one question.
Thank you. Take care of yourself.
Where are you based?
can just walk and ask you.
Yeah, we're not.
Thank you. No, sorry, we're in a big rush. We've got so many things tonight.
But for us,
but thank you.
It's very precious
I
moment.
know. Yeah. He's got so many people stopping that if he were to stop for everything, we win. That's the unfortunate. So I'm very sorry, but thank you.
But
thank you for trying.
Do you know the voice that worry about globalism?
Thank you.
There are many concerns.
Nice evening. Thank you.
Fox News' Tucker Carlson and Sandy Hook denier Alex Jones, who largely view the plan as an elite conspiracy to consolidate world power and implement control over society. But Twitter Files journalist Michael Schellenberger tweeted yesterday, spokespersons for the World Economic Forum say the Great Reset, eating insects instead of meat, and you'll own nothing and be happy are conspiracy theories, but they're not. In fact, all of them originated at Davos and from the World Economic Forum's own website. Now, WEF is deleting those, of course. This article that was reportedly on the website in 2016 has since been deleted, says, welcome to 2030, I own nothing, have no privacy, and life has never been better.
Twitter CEO Elon Musk weighed in on the WEF's plan to incorporate, quote, environmental, social, and governance criteria into its investment strategy, quipping that the S stands for satanic.
This is the plan that I have repeatedly warned about, to take the tools of oppression used to tackle the coronavirus and use them all, lockdowns, forced business closures, exclusion zones, isolation. We heard Angela Marsden earlier, businesses shut down, isolation at home, all of that, all of those measures, including destroying private property rights and private income in order to tackle the climate crisis.
Now is the historical moment, the time, not only to fight severe virus, but to shape the system.
We have a unique but rapidly shrinking window of opportunity to learn lessons and reset ourselves on a more sustainable path. It is an opportunity we have never had before and may never have again. So we must use all the levers we have at our disposal, knowing that each and every one of us has a vital role to play.
The Great Reset is a welcome recognition that this human tragedy must be a wake-up call. It is imperative that we reimagine, rebuild, redesign, reinvigorate, and rebalance our world. Rebalancing investment, harnessing science and technology, and advancing the transition to net zero emissions, all elements of the Great Reset, are fundamental to building the future we need.
And that last one was the clown Guterres, who was at the Climate Ambition Summit, telling us the world is going to cook by 3.5 degrees or something by the end of the century. Yeah, right. This Great Reset is as serious and as dangerous a threat to our prosperity, to your prosperity and your freedom, as we have faced in decades, with these powerful bodies, including the World Economic Forum, the United Nations, the International Monetary Fund, and even Prince Charles boasting, yes, boasting that within a few short years, yes, their words, you will own nothing and you will be happy. Remember, this is not me saying this, this is them. They are even running ads for the Great Reset. A handful of countries will dominate. I wonder which ones they might be. A terrifying coalition of big business, big tech, and left-wing totalitarians are so confident and so brazen. I mean, they just stole the US election, so I guess they're feeling pretty chuffed with themselves, that they are now promising you will own nothing and you will be happy. What they should have added is, and we, the very rich, will own everything and be even happier. Of course they will. The great tragedy here is that Prince Charles is involved in this fascist, corporatist global push and is thereby putting our entire constitutional monarchy at risk. Queen Elizabeth, please give the bloke the punt. It is critical, and I urge you to write to your MPs over the holidays to insist that no Australian public servant or member of parliament, no individual on the Australian public purse attends the World Economic Forum in Lucerne in May, which is where this obscenity is scheduled to begin. Please write to your MPs and tell them. And you think I'm just imagining this stuff? Crazy old Rowan with his conspiracy theories? Think again. This garbage is already deeply embedded into our state and federal governments. I've spoken before about the insidious phrase "build back better," which sounds like common sense, but is in fact just one of several slogans for the Great Reset. Another being the Orwellian phrase, the Fourth Industrial Revolution. Here's old Klaus again, minus the white cat on his knee, telling us all about the Fourth Industrial Revolution.
The Fourth Industrial Revolution will impact our lives completely. It will not only change how we communicate, how we produce, how we consume, it will change actually us, our own identity, and of course gives life to such policies and developments like smart traffic, smart government, smart cities. What we will see is that everything will be integrated into an ecosystem driven by big data and driven particularly by close cooperation also of governments with business, civil society. And this revolution will come at a breathtaking speed. It will be like a tsunami.
Like a tsunami in the Fourth Industrial Revolution, you will own nothing, but you will be happy. That is an order. It gets worse. The World Economic Forum are now blatantly saying capitalism needs a dose of Marxism. As I say, it's not like they're hiding their sinister intentions. Indeed, I was horrified when an outsider fan last week sent me this document from the Australian government. Quote, "Preparing for the future. Industry 4.0 test labs in Australia, a strategic initiative of the Prime Minister's Industry 4.0 Task Force. Section 1, Significance of the Fourth Industrial Revolution." Unbelievable. So, may I respectfully remind the Prime Minister there is nothing in the Great Reset that is in Australia's national interest. Australians did not vote for a dose of Marxism in our capitalism. Speaking of Marxists, on this show this year, we also brought Dan Andrews' insidious Belt and Road dealings with Communist China to national attention thanks to my exclusive interview with US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, which led, as I predicted last week, to the passing of the government's Foreign Relations Bill. Again, congratulations to the Prime Minister and the government for that one important piece of legislation. If the Prime Minister is true to his words and only listens and answers to the quiet Australians who elected him, then he can comfortably look forward to re-election, possibly even next year. But if he is seduced by the siren voices of the virtue signalers of the international forums, of the global warming alarmists and their doomsday predictions of the greedy renewable investors within his own party, who fraudulently claim that they are saving the planet when all they are doing is enriching themselves at the expense of the poorest among us. Indeed, if he puts the interests of the elites over the basic everyday interests of the average Aussie, it will not end well. But I am an optimist, and I believe Mr. Morrison understands that Australia rejects the reset.
It's at the end, what the Fourth Industrial Revolution will lead to is a fusion of our physical, our digital, and our biological identities.
No, mate, not in Australia it won't. Rack off, Klaus.
Hey guys, if you want to watch more clips, click here.
And if you want to watch the full podcast, click right here.